What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jobbers and Goons, and we recently crossed 7 million views on the channel. Amazing milestone for me. Incredible to think 7 million people have watched my shit. Wild, big if true. But thank you guys so much for the love and support. And if you aren't a member of Goon Nation, if you haven't joined up, hit the subscribe button. That would be absolutely amazing. We're on the road to 30K. As well as hit the like on this video if you like my rants and you like content on comics, anime, and more. Getting back on topic. Today, we are back with the Goon Rants. Before I get into it, I also want to shout out, I finished the Yusuke Urameshi documentary script. Recording that tonight. We'll have it edited and uploaded by tomorrow. I'm super hyped for the Mr. Delinquent documentary. It's going to be absolute fire. Let me know in the comments if you're excited for that shit. Now, getting back to this. This rant is centered around a character we touch on from time to time. Usually I'm asked stuff on stream about him. Pretty popular in the comic sphere. Sentry from Marvel Comics. Now, if you don't know, Robert Reynolds, crazy as fuck, has access to another side of himself called the Void, which is like a cosmic entity, so to speak. And Sentry was a part of an experiment that basically was trying to replicate a Captain America type serum, and it turned out giving him the power of a million exploding suns. But what it really does is his molecules are in flux and they're constantly like ahead in time while he's still back in time. He's an anomaly, essentially, which gives him crazy reality warping abilities. Now, Sentry, this rant is about how I fucking hate how they use them in comics. Okay, so let me give a little context to this. One of, I think, the most underrated runs was actually Sentry's debut comic. I had a blast reading that. I believe Jay wrote that. And it was a story based around him starting out as looking like a crazy drunk, thinking he was once a superhero. Makes no fucking sense. And then you realize he really was. And he was so powerful that when he was shut down, they essentially caused a mass mind wipe, so everyone forgot who he was, including himself, so that he never popped up again. And this was a really fun tale of a character who lost himself and he's trying to regain it. In a way, it was similar to Miracle Man's original run, one of the greatest comic runs ever. And I loved the way Sentry was portrayed. I loved the way he was fighting his demons. I loved the way they explained the dynamic between him and the Void. There was several hype moments as well, from characters gassing him up, to Spider-Man comparing the coming of the Void to Galactus. Like, there's a lot of good shit in there. But from there, from that beautiful jumping point, we never got the run finished. And in my opinion, that low-key signaled the oncoming doom of the character. Now, a lot of people think I would be referencing power, but it's not really about power. It's more so just the utilization of Sentry. Moving forward, we rarely got any great runs on him. We didn't get his first run finished. He was constantly in flux in terms of what he was capable of. One day he might be boxing up Molecule Man. Next day he might be getting dubbed by Fat Cobra. He went through several forms as well. There's not really a crazy good cementing of Void. Void's been portrayed as many different things, everything from a Helllord type being to some Eldritch being to being just a split personality of his to being cosmic in nature, threatening Yggdrasil, all that. It's a really unfortunate case of the Void's powerful. We get that, right? But we want a solid defining of this aspect of Sentry, and we want it to have its secured place rather than a bunch of muddied waters surrounding the Void and how it works and where it's from and what its true function is. On top of this, we kind of deserve a fire Sentry run. I mean, I know he's compared to a Superman ripoff, which technically a lot of characters are, but obviously his power set, his mindset, and his condition are completely different than Clark Kent and his good boy powers. Like, Sentry can do some wild shit, and his crazy background, his history, laid a solid foundation for what could be amazing storytelling around Sentry. I think if I were to be asked to write in comics, one of the characters I'd ask for is Sentry, just so I could give a proper Sentry storyline. They're constantly trying to change his forms, change his state. Now he's like the fucking Shazam family for people. I don't know, they got people popping up with Sentry power now because he got cooked by Null. It's just, it's a lot of confusion. It's a lot of misuse, and ultimately, I don't fucking like how Marvel has used Sentry. I just don't. Like, you have a character with so much potential across the spectrum of storytelling. And what I mean by that is this motherfucker can pretty much beat anyone. Like, you could write it to be that way, and with his power set, with his history, you could find a reason for that being valid. He's crazy. He literally has split personalities, with the other side being the devil, basically. Something that even Doctor Strange in all his time and what he has seen has great respect for in terms of power, in terms of lethality. This is someone who could create amazing rivalries. Maybe the Galactus thing bleeds down to Surfer. Maybe Surfer finally does something useful, throws hands with Sentry. You know, there's a lot of things we could get with this character, and Marvel ultimately doesn't really give it to us. They don't seem to really know how they want to use Sentry. It's caused a lot of chaos, confusion, and ultimately, I don't really like that shit. Hopefully we get a future one day with a very well written, amazing story around Sentry. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you agree or disagree with my take on Sentry storytelling and how he's been used in Marvel, definitely let me know. In the video description down below, I will have a link to my Discord server. We do games, prizes, D&Ds, giveaways, and more. And we also have a book club. Maybe we'll read some Sentry comics soon. Join up and weigh in to really decide the next run we do. On top of this, we also have an elimination tournament where we vote for things to be eliminated. We're about to do a Dragon Ball based one in honor of Toriyama. Definitely join up. I'm thinking we should do best transformations. Some are saying we should do fights, villains, all that. Let me know what you think we should do. Join up the Discord. Come have a ball. And yeah, anyways, been your boy Jobbers and Goons. I'll see y'all later. Stay tuned for the Yusuke documentary. Peace.